y'all. I'm May. This is
7.
and why don't y'all come into the living room? So this is our 5th episode. And on this episode, we talking about standing on business.
10 toes.
10 toes down. What's standing on business mean to you?
To me, standing on business, self-explanatory. Keeping your word. First, let me say this. When we say standing on business, it's not in regards to what T.I. son was talking about, being violent and ignorant and all that good jazz. It is about keeping your word and saying what you're going to do, holding yourself accountable, moving forward in regards to friends, relationships, work ethic, the whole nine. What's your take on it?
I agree. I totally agree. Primarily, it's doing exactly what you say you're going to do. Now, if you don't say you're going to do it, then it don't necessarily mean you standing on business. But you open your mouth and you say you're going to do something for somebody, you do what you say you're going to do. Your word is your bond. And that's just what I think standing on business is. And not only that, and whatever you do, whatever it is that you do it to the full capacity. Don't half step it. You better stand on it and go through with it, follow through with it 100%. That's standing on business. So what are some type of things that you done that and require you to be standing on some business?
Let's see if I'm thinking back. You know what? Before I got into information technology, it just being a dream of mine, just getting the certifications for it. It's something I always wanted to do, which was get into that field. So once I got the certifications, really took the courses and buckled down. I was just persistent when it came to applying for those jobs. I got a lot of no's before yeses, of course, because of who I am, my background. But, I stood on business. Like, right. I applied. So when I finally got a hit for it, I showed up, of course, to the interview. Needless to say, I got the job. And, when I walked into there my first 6 months, it was just, I stood on it. My work ethic was great. I was on time. I left late. I'm in there early, leaving late. And in between that, I'm meeting my ticket quotas. I'm taking notes. I'm really putting in the work that, was deemed necessary. I stood on that. Right. And outside of that, work ethic, it was at a time in my life where I was working out a lot because I wanted certain body goals, so I did research on certain brands that, produce protein powders, and you got the protein, you got the creatine, you got your vitamins. One day I'll show y'all my physique during that time. But
okay, I'm about to say, what are you doing? What you saying?
I mean, that was then.
I'm saying right now, are you doing what you said you was gonna do?
Yeah.
Like in the current moment, in your life right now,
we here.
You standing on your business,
with a lot of help.
Okay.
But we here. Definitely.
Yeah.
This podcast is what I can say. Definitely.
It's standing on your business.
Standing on it.
Yeah.
With some help.
With some help.
A lot of help. So what about you?
I'm standing on my business plus other people's business. You understand me?
Niggas be like.
I'm standing on everybody's business. And I say that because when I am invested into something, I'm invested. Like if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't say it, I'm not going to do it because, you got your little thoughts in your head that you play around with and you say, oh, I want to do this, I'm going to be that, but you don't vocalize it, right? I feel like when you put it out there and you use it and put it in the atmosphere and use your words about it, you got to do it because you got other people who going to hold you accountable on what you said you was going to do. And I don't like not doing what I said I'm going to do. And I already done told somebody like, oh, man, you said you was going to do this. You said you was going to do that. And I'm going to look like foolish because I ain't doing what I said I'm going to do. So my word don't mean nothing.
So whatever you say you going to do, you going to see it through.
I'm going to listen. If I said I did it or going to do it, I'm going to do it. So whatever it is, if I said I was going to do this, I'm going to do this.
So
if I what?
If you say you going to eat dick, you go.
I'm going to eat it. It's going to be eaten. It's going to be gone. But you always got to go there.
I ain't went nowhere. I was just asking that we stand on business.
Listen, I said it. And
So I love that you are honest. So we can say that you are honest and dependable because you stand on it. You know, move.
But I can take it back. I can take it
I
back,
don't think
like if I decide to. But I'm a honor my word. I am a woman of honor
I
for
love that.
sure.
So what drives you behind all of this? Not this, but like standing on business, being a woman of your word, and just being who you are when it comes to getting shit done. Like what drives you?
I've been let down a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like not, you know, like looking down at people for not being a person of their word. Like, so whatever you say now, it don't mean nothing to me. Like, oh, yeah, he said he was gonna do that, he ain't gonna do that. He said he's gonna be there, he ain't gonna be there. I've been let down a lot. And I don't wanna be looked at amongst other people as she ain't about what she say she about. You know what I mean? And not only that, I'm doing the things to, build a future. I want my daughter to look at her mom and say that my mama was the thing. You know what I'm saying? She did her thing. She said she was going to do everything she said she was going to do. And I want her to know there's nothing that she cannot do. So whatever you say out your mouth is actually doable. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So who you do it for?
The strippers. No, I mean I can really piggyback off that, and I can relate to that being let down, but definitely for my babies, because I don't want them to ever feel like they can't do something.
Right.
I don't want them to hear the words, "Oh, you can't do it," or no, and get discouraged. Seeing as if I come from that walk of life where I get a lot of no's because of my background. I want them to see what I have done after hearing those no's, and say, they get that inspiration. Like, damn, Pops did it, Dad did it, so I know it can be done.
Right.
And I do it for myself because a lot of times we do things to prove to other people it can be done, but I want to prove to myself that I'm not a quitter, that I can push myself to limits, that I don't have to wait until my back is against the wall to really, overexert myself.
Right.
So a lot of times, yeah, it's, for my kids, but as well as myself, I'm proving to myself you can and you will do it.
So outside of your kids, who are the people in your life that are dependent on you to be this ultimate version of yourself that you set out to be?
Outside of I'm dependent on it, outside of me depending on it, shit, my mom, my dad for sure. I mean, my mom, I ain't gonna say she just want to be able to say she proud, because she's proud by a lot of my accomplishments, but my dad most certainly to this day instills a lot of things and tries to instill a lot of things in me, and it's always a talk about where he would be and where I could be. So I would say he's dependent on it, not because it's a money thing or a notoriety thing, but he wants to be able to say, "Hey, my son did this,"
Right?
In a big way. Not saying he's not proud of me now,
right?
But just to know, just for him to know, like I accomplished something like
right.
this. So I ain't gonna say you dependent on me, but you know what I'm saying. You want a nigga to put a little weight here and there.
Okay. Yes. I'm not depending on you. I'm relying on you. That's I
like your glasses.
You like my glasses? Don't try to change the subject because you good at that. You know how to change subjects.
She lying. Who you depending on?
Who I'm depending on? I ain't depending on.
You know what I mean? Because y'all both of me. Yo,
you tried to.
Who is depending on you to?
I don't know. Listen, who I'm doing it for outside of my daughter. If that's what you want to ask, I'm doing it for my mom as well. As children, we always supposed to be a better version of our parents, and I want her to see that version that she dreamt for me to be, and I believe that I'm becoming that for her. So I'm doing it for my mom. I'm doing it for all the black and brown girls out there. You know
Nigerians.
What I'm saying? Nigerians, Ethiopians, Asians. All of them, all the women, all y'all. I'm doing it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want the world to see that women are strong, empowered. We could be a 10 and we can always be on 10 and handling this business. You know what I mean?
Indubitably.
It's just,
Yeah.
and then outside of that, my siblings, I want them to look at their sister like, oh, that's my sister. Yeah, she doing it. And I want this for y'all too. Like, it's just like when you see one person in the house cleaning up, it give you a little energy to get up and clean up too. So I want to be the first one to start cleaning.
I like
In so
that.
many words. Let me be the first one to start cleaning so y'all can get y'all asses up and do some work.
That's real shit.
So that's what I'm doing it for. And there's no limitations on it. You know what I mean?
Not even the sky.
The sky is not the limit.
I like that.
Okay.
So what's your 5-year plan?
My
Where you see
5-year
yourself
plan.
in 5 years? How you mapping this out?
Oh, Jesus. 5 years? Okay. You know what? I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there. I'm going to be married. I'm going to have my son. I am going to continue on being a person in the aviation industry. Woo woo. And I got a few business ventures that I'm working on, this being one of them and the other little things. I don't want to give it all away, but I'm just going to say that. And I want my house on the farm, baking pies and stuff.
You gonna bake pies on the farm?
I told you this before. I'm baking pies.
I just want you to reiterate it for the people.
I'm gonna put on a little skirt in the kitchen with the apron. I want that little house on the prairie life.
You feel like you could be on that show, Farmer Wives?
A show?
I just seen a commercial for it like 2 days ago on Fox.
It's a show that's called
Farmer Wives.
See, I'm gonna be like, if I become a farmer's wife, I'm gonna be the city girl and the farmer girl. I can't just be sitting on a farm by all the time. I'm a city girl too. So I gotta have the best of both worlds. I'm not about to sit there on no farm, but all the time.
You seem like the type that'd be mad that the cow udder ain't spitting out milk.
I'm not paying attention to those cows. I'm gonna make the pies. Did you hear? Did you not hear what I'm saying?
But you said a farmer's wife. If your husband, the farmer, needs you to tend,
I'm gonna do the plants. I might do some vegetables, and I might play with the horses. I might ride the horses. You know what I mean? Stop playing with me. What's your 5-year plan?
5 years. Let's see. Investing in farms and seeds. Really though, because there's a lot of money in agriculture. 5 years, I got a few different, like you said, business ventures. I want to get my own anime off the ground. A lot of people in our culture now are just getting into Japanese anime. Adults and children. So I'm looking to launch my own genre of anime with about 3 different, cartoons, if you will. It's not really a cartoon. Y'all get it. To bring that anime to life. Other than that, I'm looking to launch another social media platform with one of my dear and close friends. Other than those two, I am looking to also start my own tech company where myself and a couple of other associates, contract ourselves out and eventually, build up the revenue to become a tech company. Got to start somewhere. This is all within, a 5-year plan, and definitely try to retire from working for people or, within that time frame.
In 5 years.
It can be done. I done said it. So
what are you actively doing to make this 5-year plan come to light? Like, what are your routines so when we look back at this podcast in 5 years and you get this done, what are the steps that you are taking to achieve this ultimate plan that you have?
Okay, so I'm working on copyrights, trademarks as far as the anime goes. All right, couple episodes, a week, maybe one or two. It's a lot to put into it. Working on getting an illustrator and a publisher for it. Talking to a couple of local comic book store owners, so when the time comes, I can put the comics in the store. You got people who still like a hard copy. And for those people who just rather read it, looking at some webtoons, so you can just digitally read it. Doing my research on that as far as the social media platform goes with my friend. We're just working out the contracts for NDAs, trying to get some contracts written up in case we gotta, file a civil suit. Those type of things got to be done. Working on a name for the social media. We have one, actually. I don't want to disclose it now because we ain't, you know what I'm saying, stamped it. Actually building the app. It's a lot that goes into building the app, other than just naming it and getting the interfaces. You got to build the firewall. You got to make sure can't no scammers just come in and, swipe, steal information. So we're doing research on that before we actually get to building it. And then as far as the contracting thing goes with IT, I'm looking to take more certs classes this summer, free up some time, like security A+, network plus, things like that, CompTIA A+, because those are the type of experiences you need with credentials in IT, so that not just to get a job, but it'll make you versatile when it comes to troubleshooting. So let's just say, you at home, your Wi-Fi router go out. You don't really want to call AT&T or whoever you cable with, or you at a company and it goes out. It's a better example because it's a company. It's a big network. You know what I'm saying? You would call your locals, which would be us, me, if you will, charge you for a cheaper price, work more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to backdate your schedule. A lot of companies do it. I know because I was in the corporate world. We outsourced our IT personnel. So taking those classes and business classes I want to take as well because it'll help me run the business, for my employees. Take some payroll classes as well. Actually, I'm taking a security A+ class as we speak. I didn't tell anybody, but yeah.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, it's a brain buster. I failed the test twice already. That's how hard it is. So I'm gonna take it for the third time, probably next month. And yeah, them some of the steps I'm taking.
Okay. Yeah. And if it went over your head, all you got to do is press rewind because it went all the way over my head, all those steps. So listen, if this is what you want to do, listen to these steps to get yourself started. And if there's any advice that you could give people on how to start, achieving your goals and standing on the business that you say, what would the advice be?
Write the vision and make it plain.
Write the vision.
And make it plain.
And make a plan.
I told y'all before, I'm a Christian. I grew up in a Christian household. And, that's what the word says. And everybody now who you look at who is successful can tell you, they wrote it. They write it or they wrote it. No rapper has rapped without writing. No
Lil
actor.
Wayne did.
We can talk about that another. I don't believe that.
Lil Wayne did.
Cap.
I can rap and they ain't write it. I got some stuff I can say right now.
Is it gonna sound good though? Is it gonna sound good?
It's gonna sound like something. Sexy Red do it.
That's okay. Lil Wayne is Sexy Red. Okay, but movie producers and directors, y'all know what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
Just write it and, like you said, see it through. Look at it every day. People make vision boards even.
Right.
Write it.
I'm good at a vision board,
really?
And I'm good at checking off boxes. You know what I mean? So I'm not about to sit here like for the month of February. I got some stuff that I need to check off in this month. This year is it's already February in 2024, y'all.
Man.
2024, we in February. I can't let this year go by without getting things done.
Absolutely not.
So we got to check off these boxes and do what we said we gonna do. Stand on that business. It's one thing to keep it all bottled up in here, in your brain, in your head. But when you keep it here, there's other things that's going to get inside of there. And then it's going to push whatever that you had there all the way to the back. And you ain't going to know where it's at.
Man.
So you got to, like you said, write it down. I'm in agreement with you. Write it down and take action on the things that you said you're going to do. That's standing on business.
101. Indubitably. I like that.
You know what I mean?
So what advice can you give to women in regards to not just moving forward with a career, but, you know, the steps we talked about? Because I know women go through, you know, y'all dealing with a lot in this era.
Okay, yeah. Let's just, okay, with women, it all depends on what advice you want from me, because I'm not the typical woman. I don't think that I am. I feel like I think different. And to help you guys think like me and to help to save y'all from a headache, stress, and anxiety, because I currently don't deal with those things, it's because I don't allow the things that I can't control to get to me. It's a skill. I had to learn it through my life experiences. I wasn't always like this. A lot of shit used to get to me. But it took me to say, like, listen, I can't do this right now, but it's going to get done. So I'm going to just let it go until it gets done. You know what I mean? And I also adapt the attitude as if, like, okay, I might be hurt right now. This is my situation in this current moment. But maybe tomorrow or next week, next month, or maybe even later on in the year, this same issue that I'm hurt, crying, upset, aggravated, agitated about is not going to matter. So that helps with lingering emotions for me. So instead of allowing a hiccup in my life to, you know, consume me, I look at, like, maybe tomorrow this ain't even going to mean nothing. And it helps change the circumstances in my now. So that's why people don't get to me. Situations don't get to me. Because those things are the people and things that I don't have control over. Only person I can control is me. And then if it's my fault, I got to take accountability. And that's just how that works for me. Now, some people like to, you know, swaddle in their feelings. And you could do that. Go ahead, do that, baby, because that ain't me. I used to be that. I outgrown that behavior.
Do you feel like that's immature?
It's not immature. You just got to grow in yourself. You know, everybody got to learn themselves. So it's a self-growth and self-awareness of certain behaviors. I can't teach you that. I can't teach no one that. It's just it comes with time. Well, some people don't come at all. You know? Some people already knew that before they even had to deal with that. Some people take experiences to learn lessons. Some people ain't got to experience it to understand.
Damn.
Everybody built different. So when you ask me to give advice to women, that's what it is. You know, just look at your current circumstances and know this is not where you're going to end up. This is not your end all be all. Wherever you see yourself is where you're going to be. But your now and whatever it is, that heartbreak, the financial issues and family issues, that's just now. But at the end, that's not the end for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that. It's simple as that. Just be who you are. That's the only person you could be. Stay true to yourself. And do exactly what you said you was going to do. And don't stop getting caught up with other people's drama, other people's issues. That's just going to eat away at your energy.
Okay. Damn.
So you better believe if I said I'm doing it, I'm going to do it. If I'm going to suck a dick, I'm going to suck a dick.
We need to have an intervention after this.
I mean, you said it.
But you reiterated it.
I just said it. I just kind of tied together. You know, you start somewhere and then you end.
I know, like a comic show. You circle back around.
And that's all I did. What's wrong with that?
So, your career path. You mentioned it, you know, aviation or something like that, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like that's not your end all be all, but do you feel like that's something you are going to continue to do? Because we're speaking about the next 5 years. You feel like you'll...
Yeah, I'll still be in aviation in the next 5 years. I'll be on a higher level. Hey, I'll be in the spot that I want to be
I
within
was
the
just
next
about to
five
ask
years.
y'all, do
Yeah.
y'all got certain positions?
Yeah, right now I'm a regional flight attendant. So in the next 5 years, within the next year, let's just go ahead and put that out there. I'll be where I want to be.
We ain't going to elaborate on where you want.
It don't matter.
Just where you want to be.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. So, what's your favorite place to travel during all this flight attendant work? And is it like because I don't know how it works being a flight, like, is it a consistent place you go as a flight attendant, like routine? I know it's like not so much, but.
So, the favorite place that I like to travel, I've been to Paris once. I really like Paris. I got to go during the summertime. I went during the winter for my birthday a couple of years ago. Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago. I really liked it. The hotel is nice. The Eiffel Tower is really pretty. And I definitely want a better experience in the summertime. I've been to Costa Rica.
Damn.
Yeah, I like Costa Rica.
So, just off topic, but a nigga can't impress you with a trip.
Yes, he can.
He can?
He can pay for it.
Impress her with a trip? He can?
He can pay.
What type of trip?
He can press me with a trip.
What type of trip?
An all-inclusive trip. All-inclusive.
Don't matter where.
All-inclusive. I mean, give me a nice hotel, paying for all the excursions, food. I can still be impressed with a trip. Listen, for all you people in television land or Instagram land or TikTok land, wherever land you are, flight attendant, yes, we do fly for free. I just want to clear the air. We fly for free. However, it's a lot of pain and suffering behind that to get on these free flights. Like, so spring break come, I'm not getting on no flight. I can't get on no flight. This is for paying customers. And we get we get the seats that don't nobody buy. So when everybody be asking, can I get on your benefits? Can I get on your benefits? Listen, you ain't gonna be happy on my benefits.
So that's why when I asked you,
it's not that simple. People like, oh, y'all fly for free. Yeah, we fly for free. I don't sit here and have to explain this to everybody. I just can't sit there and do that. But now y'all know.
Damn.
We fly for free, but it comes with a lot of stuff. We got to make sure we get home, go back to work. We don't even have enough days off to go have fun.
Sheesh.
So yeah, we fly free, but it comes at a cost. We can't even afford to go to the places we want to go to.
So y'all kind of just be there to be there.
We just there. We hop in and we come right back.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, y'all need a nigga to take y'all.
That's why I said. You say, can a nigga impress me with a trip? Hell yeah.
Shit.
Hell yeah. All inclusive. Flight 2. You know what I mean? The flight 2.
That's some wild shit.
I ain't got to worry about, can I make it on this flight?
Man.
Sitting at the airport all day. No. Y'all think it's gummy bears and cotton candy. Mm-mm.
So, being a flight attendant, was that a part of you standing on business? Did you speak that? Did you want that prior to becoming one?
Yes. Yes.
And what was your aspirations?
I just did it. Like, you just do it. Like, if you plant a seed, you do it. Like, people plant so many seeds and don't do it. Like, they get discouraged because they don't know how. When the know-how is just doing it. That's just simple as that. Your know-how is to just do it. If you want a 9 to 5, you're going to go on all the sites to figure out how to get that 9 to 5. And guess what? You're going to get a lot of no's before somebody give you an interview and say, we'll take you at this regular 9 to 5. That's the same way with anything. You're going to get a lot of no's before wherever it is that inspires you or whatever it is that you want to do, say yes. You're going to get the no's. That's any career. And then in the 9 to 5s, what you got to do? Your research. Who's hiring? Where they hiring at? What position? Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? How much they paying? You do your research. Just like you do your research on the 9 to 5, you got to do your research on anything else that you want to do. You got to take a course. Then they're going to take the course then. You want to be a doctor, you got to take the steps to do it. You know what I'm saying? People get discouraged because they don't know how, for one, or they don't want to spend too much time on trying to get it or financially investing into it. Well, if that's what you want, you're going to do it.
So how you feel about friends or associates speaking that negativity over like what you want to do? Like, let's just say I tell you I want to go to the NBA. I'm 5'7", 5'8", whatever.
5'5".
Can we edit that out?
5.
We editing that out. We gonna edit my part in.
You 5'5".
No, do you don't? Anyway, so what do you do? You cut a friend off of that?
No, you just be careful who you share your information with. If you know this person gotta
go to the NBA.
You gotta be careful who you share your dreams with. If that person ain't your person, your friend, you know that person ain't going to inspire you or encourage you. They don't need to know, because they will put things out in the universe negatively that'll affect what you got going on. You don't need all that. You tell your mama, your daddy, the people that you know that's going to encourage you or inspired by what you're doing, that wish the best for you, praying for you. Don't tell nobody who don't care if you got a pot to piss in or one to throw it out of. They don't need to know. It's just that simple. I don't share my stuff with everybody. Well, I did, but hey,
experience.
I'm strong enough to know. You know what I mean?
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Very beautiful, by the way. I like that. But in regards to that, so there's a somewhat of a trending topic going on social media about, and you actually mentioned this earlier when me and you was just kicking it, that the people that don't know you support you the most. Do we have a right, when I say we, not me and you, but people who are trying to upstart a rap career, movie role, whatever, do we have a right to feel offended when they don't do the simple like, share, comment?
Well,
do you feel like them doing that, if they say they're going to do it, is standing on business? So if they say they're going to do it, but don't do it. So here's the thing,
like, I got family members who rap, sing, dance, fart, I don't know, whatever you do. I got family that do things, and they might want my support. And sometimes I'm negligent. I'm not looking at what you got going on in your life. Like, I'm not looking at, oh, my brother's a rapper, he do all this stuff. I share his stuff sometimes, but he don't have to tell me to share it. But as his sister, I should be able to share his stuff. Now, when I don't, do it makes me a bad person? No. But if he asks me to and I don't, then it's like, okay, do you really support me like you say you do? You know what I mean? And then if I ask you to, like, it's a friend might ask me, like, make sure this, or I'm support me with my clothing line, or whatever the case may be, and I might forget. It's okay. I'm that way too. Like, you could forget, but if you remind me, that means you really want my support, and I'm still negligent after the reminder, then I just don't support that person goes. And it's okay not to. I mean, if this is not what you want to do, if this is not what you want to display, it's okay not to. But is it, do I feel a way? Would I feel a way? I mean, if you say my friend and you support me and you support, and Beyonce, and you supporting all these people who don't even know your name, then that will make me feel a way. But if you don't, then who am I to say you don't love me if you don't? You know?
Okay. I feel that.
What do you think? Like, do you think like your friends and family members who don't support you ain't, because they got lives and they got priorities as well, right?
Yeah, but shit, you ain't supporting me, but I catch you shouting out a nigga who, like you said, don't know you. I ain't gonna feel no type of way, but I'm gonna look at you different.
I feel like this. I could compare it to, like, hypothetically speaking, if they had a business. So if they got a business and they looking for that, see, they're ignorant because they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So say if your brother, your twin had another business and you got your business and y'all not supporting each other, then that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? But you got your business and your brother don't have one, he don't know how important it is to you.
Fuck 'em. No, but I feel you. But we gonna have to piggyback off that one. We gonna have to come back in our next episode and chop it up about that, because that's a part of life.
Yeah, life just be
Life
life and
for
right.
sure.
So in episode 6, we're gonna touch bases on how life really hits us, y'all. So until then, we're gonna step up out this living room and maybe get a couple of
Drinks.
I didn't want to say it, but you said it. See y'all.
I'm sorry.